Fox 5 Atlanta. Dedicated, determined, dependable. First at 10. Fox 5 News starts now.
This effort. Amanda?
Thank you, Tracy. An I-Team exclusive is next on Fox 5 News at 10.
Investigative reporters live by the Open Records Act. The public has the same access to that government information. I'm I-Team reporter Dana Fowl, but can you ask for so much public information you abuse that right?
Americans have a privilege not available in many other countries. That's access to government information. By law, any private citizen can get City Hall records with a simple request. But is a Forest Park man taking unreasonable advantage of the Georgia Open Records Act? The I-Team's Dana Fowl follows one very long paper trail.
Well, I'll tell you, I've never seen anything quite like this, and neither had anyone in Forest Park until they met Derek Leroy McSmith, a man city workers often see once, maybe 2 or 3 times a day, and he always wants something.
We tried to make several appointments to talk with Derek Leroy McSmith, but Mr. McSmith is busy, very busy. He spent a lot of his time here at the Forest Park Public Library checking out books, lots of them.
How many books did he have out at once?
830 some odd books. I don't recall the precise number, but it was over 800.
Or he's here at City Hall.
Derek McSmith is probably best known at City Hall in Forest Park, where day in and day out he files open records requests. In fact, he's filed so many, one employee now is devoted to handling his questions about the city and his 10,700 requests.
Open records requests are simply requests for government records. Journalists use it all the time to learn about government by reviewing contracts or voting records. But any private citizen can use the Open Records Act to find out things like how a mayor spends a city's money. For a man who can fill a closet with written requests, Mr. McSmith has little to say about it. Then there are his trips to the Forest Park Public Library.
He took all the books on the very lowest shelves and checked them out and then dumped them in the book drop and came back in and got all of the little books, all the smaller than usual books. And then another time it would be all of the books with colored covers, you know, brightly colored covers.
Librarian Flora Hazelton laughs now, but at the time she says the short-staffed library had to devote one person to help him either check out his books or put them back on the shelves.
He suggested that we should hire a person whose sole job would be to do the work that he required.
She and the staff got fed up, but unlike City Hall, they did have an option. Ms. Hazelton says Derek Leroy McSmith started to ridicule the staff, so she suspended his library privileges for 6 months.
In all honesty, is it a relief that he hasn't been around for a couple months?
It gives people a chance to sort of recover.
They have a reprieve, but Attorney General Thurber Baker says City Hall can't get a break.
Is there any sort of watermark that indicates this is harassment now and not a right to the open system?
There's no bright line test at all because there's no limitation on the number of times an individual can file a claim or request. It simply doesn't exist.
Derek Leroy McSmith might have lots of questions for the city of Forest Park, but there's one thing he does know: his rights.
Do you think you're abusing this privilege?
The number of Mr. McSmith's City Hall requests has now topped 11,000. And again, he requires so much attention that one person in City Hall devotes much of her time to helping him and him only.
And he apparently has a lot of time.
A lot of time on his hands.
Thank you. All right.